Okay, Todd Concert, Grace Church, here in Overland Park, and I'm actually tearing down the stage from the current stage design. And a lot of people have been asking me, how did I do this? What was the process? And it's pretty easy. I took some pictures on some different things, but here's the way it worked. Is first I bought all the Coroplast. I bought it already cut in strips of 1 foot increments. And so that made it a lot easier. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy 4x8 sheets at like Home Depot or something like that and try to figure out how to cut them straight yourself. So that was the trickiest part for me. So we got it pre-cut, and it made things go a lot faster. The next thing is I was trying to figure out, well, how was I going to build bases? Because when the lights hit it, you want the lights to change and things. So what I did was I just used Home Depot. I went to Home Depot and got pre-colored wood 1x3s. 1x4s basically, and then I just cut them in different lengths. So it comes actually, the full height of this is 12 foot tall. I'm not sure what facility you might have, but 12 foot tall is what we are. And then I actually made smaller ones that were 6 foot tall. So you can cut your heights in proportion, because remember, each one of these Coroplast strips is only 1 foot in dimension, so you can do that. But remember, you're going to go back and forth in your weave. So when I attached them, we just used staples. And so if you look here, I just attached them so they were completely butted up against each other. And then you make your weave by simply, since you have your dimensions, you just simply pull out and then they stay. And then we put the lights up through the center to change one color, and then we did lights on the outside shining down and up to change to another color, so you have a 2-color dimension, which is pretty cool to use actually. So that's kind of how we did it. Our dimensions though are this. We have 12 foot tall as far as that goes. Down here, these strips are actually 8 foot in length, and so I cut my base down here, the board that holds the support at the bottom, and then I did a board that holds the support at the top. And those are actually cut 7 foot width. So when you make your weave, you have a 2 foot gap between, because you have 1 foot behind and 1 foot ahead. And that's how the weave's made. Now, if you want a shorter weave, you just make your board, your length at 7.5 foot. If you want a bigger, stick out, more of a circle look, I would do maybe a 6 foot length. But I think 7 foot worked great in most instances. So, and then we just use staples. Everything was attached with staples. From a distance, you can't tell a difference on how they're attached, and when the lights actually are on them, it makes no difference at all. So that gives you that. And then I made actually some support braces down here. I just did some simple cuts as far as that goes. Just putting screws in, and I use sheetrock screws. The bases themselves are 4 foot in dimension as far as how far the base was. Is a 4 foot long board. And then on top of that, when I needed to pair them together, because our stage is kind of curved at the back, I ended up cutting off the front 2 foot portion and making it a shorter base, and then I screwed the tops together so you had a nice uniform look. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, and they're really easy to tear apart. Then we're going to turn around. I'm going to save all the wood, and I'm saving all the Coroplast, and then we're going to do a different stage design with them. So it's a great investment because you can get multiple uses from the Coroplast if you do it correctly. So, yep, there's a stage design idea. I thought it was unique. I saw it on the internet, and I came up with my own design and how we do it together. So, hope that helps. God bless. Have a great day.